was getting open. So it's gonna be one hell of a nigga. What? Mavericks trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers is part of it. What? Anthony Davis to the Mavs.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Two Peas in a Pie. Y'all tuned in with Tim and Ryan. As always, I'm Tim. That's Ryan, co-creator. You know what I'm saying, brother. Awesome friend. You know, so what more can I say about this gentleman right here? You know what I'm talking about.
Sooners fan. We're gonna get it together this year, baby.
Most definitely. That's a conversation we're gonna have, for the off season. But so last weekend we had the conference championship, the AFC and NFC. The Super Bowl is officially decided. We get a rematch between the Eagles and the Chiefs from the 2023 Super Bowl 2 years ago, which, if I'm being honest, I really didn't want to see this shit, but I said this a while ago. I did not want to see another Chiefs and Eagles Super Bowl, but it is what it is, man. I'm gonna watch it. It's not like I'm not gonna watch it.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I kind of wanted to see Detroit make it, but they didn't. So, I mean, Eagles was my second pick to make it, and they did. And pretty much thanks to the running game by Saquon and a couple of key passes by Jalen to ice the game. It's pretty much how that went. So, basically, it's gonna come down to.
Hold on, because I did. Oh, you good. I did want to talk about the two conference championships games, just shortly. But the Eagles beat the hell out of the Commanders, 55-23. Of course, as you mentioned, Saquon had a really monster game. Philly and. Ron, go ahead, because I got a few things I wanted to say, but Ron, go ahead and take off on it and tell me what you thought of this game. My bad.
Okay, so it's the NFC Championship game, right?
Right.
So that means the winner of that goes to the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
So the first play of the game, Commanders come out arm tackling, right? You can't arm tackle a 235-pound man, probably 240. Solid muscle. So Saquon took that bitch to the crib, and when his offensive lineman come to celebrate with him, he was just like, "Nah, this shake my hand." I'm like, "Oh, they're in trouble." And then the second carry was a touchdown as well, and then what was it? A fumble, and then Philly scored another touchdown right before half, and then Washington was able to go down and score a field goal. This game was never really in question. Philly controlled the game from the first drive. As I mentioned, Saquon scored a touchdown. And it was just a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes that, quite frankly, we haven't seen Washington make all year. Just, 4, 5 turnovers? That pick at the end really don't. So it was 4 that really fucked them, and they scored on all of them. They scored on all 4 to 5 of those turnovers, and you just can't do that. That's not winning football. We can look at the Detroit Lions game. You can't turn over the ball and expect to win. So hats off to the Eagles. I'm happy for the Eagles coach, because all he's done is take you to the Super Bowl 2 out of 3 years he's been there. So let's just comment down on some of the shenanigans and things I'm hearing about him. And shout out to Saquon, man. I know whoever is in the New York, who's ever in the Giants front office is probably fired already for letting Saquon.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I would have rather you traded the nigga, at least get something out of him. They let Saquon go for a bag of chips, literally nothing. So that's how it goes. How do you feel about it?
Well, all I heard all week was how, the Commanders are, they're gonna control the time of possession and they gotta go on these long drives and they're gonna hold on to the ball and keep Philly off the field. And what happened the first time Philadelphia got the ball? The first time, the first play, the first time Saquon touched the damn ball, 60-yard run to the house. And that was pretty much the game. Like it was it was over from the moment Philly got the ball. But I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely happy for Saquon. I'm extremely happy for the Eagles coach, and I'm happy for Jalen, man, because I'm really tired of I'm tired of the Jalen Hurts slander. I'm tired of, I don't think he can get this team, back to the Super Bowl, and I don't think he can get this team, over the hump and whatnot. And all he's done is get y'all to the playoffs 4 consecutive years. This is This was his second trip to the NFC Conference Championship, and this is his second trip to the Super Bowl. So y'all can quit with the Jalen Hurts slander. Cut that shit out. But the thing that really surprised me about this game was the fact that Philadelphia was able to put up 229 rushing yards against the third best rushing defense in the NFL. And that sequence when they was got them to jump off sides on the tush push like 4 straight times, that was genius. That was genius. That was just a flat out coaching masterclass. I really enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and again, when we look at Jalen's football career up until this point, first true freshman to start in Alabama, I want to say ever, takes Alabama to the national championship, comes down to the last drive of the game, last play of the game, honestly, and then Jalen takes them back to the national championship his sophomore year, gets benched. Is a great team player, comes in, helps Alabama win the SEC championship game, which helped secure their playoff berth, transfer to Oklahoma. If Joe Burrow if Joe Burrow doesn't have that year, any other year, Jalen wins the Heisman with the numbers and the stats he put up. He wins the Heisman runner-up, second-round draft pick, has made the playoffs every year he's been an NFL starter, has made 2 Super Bowls, 2 NFC championship games, so the man has had one hell of a career already, and he hasn't even played 10 years yet.
Yep.
So, I mean, the sky's the limit. The guy's the epitome of winning. Everything he does is about winning. Outside of people talking about that chain, which is a very nice chain, by the way.
Yes, it was.
That he had on, he's not really too flashy. He's a modest person. He's honestly a great person to model yourself at. You know what I'm saying? He's a great human being, and I couldn't be more happier for Jalen. So, I mean, if Jalen were to win, I would not be upset.
Same. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and jump off into the AFC Conference Championship game. We had a fourth, I think that's like their 4th matchup in the playoffs in the last 5 years between the Bills and the Chiefs. The Chiefs outlasted the Bills 32-20. Yeah, they 5th time. I thought so. 5th time in the last 4 years. But the Chiefs outlasted the Bills 32-29 to advance to the Super Bowl for the 3rd year in a row. I'm gonna take this one first. Ultimately, this game really came down to Buffalo just missing 2 extra points. I mean, they played a good game. They played the Chiefs really it was. For everybody saying that the refs helped the Chiefs get to the Super. This was, they had maybe one questionable call this game. I think the only
4th down.
It was, for me, it wasn't necessarily the 4th down. It was first glance, it didn't look like he got it, but when they slowed it down and kind of broke down, the one half of the hash mark and the other half of the hash mark, I definitely thought he got it. Not to mention, the one that really was questionable to me was when Pat was getting sacked and he just kind of threw it up and Worthy somehow came down with it. That one was questionable.
That was a pick. Worthy went and snatched it.
But when you watch slow mo, he pinned it, he had it pinned, but the ball hit the ground. And when the ball hit the ground, it becomes a dead ball because the ball can't. The ground can't help you maintain possession.
But it was because I rewatched the highlights literally yesterday, and there was a play where they said Kansas City recovered the fumble, but then it's a dude in blue with the football in his hands. I'm like, okay, but I mean that's what they wanted to do. I mean okay. I mean they keep saying that the Chiefs get all the calls at the Patriots. What about it was like I want to say in that Super Bowl against Tampa Bay. This was like really the turning point for a guy to hand. They got like 4 first downs and they called them back every single time. And the first time they don't get a first down, they all right, cool, let them play. And then it was just pretty much the momentum was fucked from that point on. But nobody talks about that. So a lot of shit that doesn't get called for Kansas City. Like that game, the first game of the season against the Ravens, it was a lot of shit not being called for Kansas City. And because Lackley's toe was out, oh, they got cheated. No, his toe was out. It's not college. You need 2 feet, not 1. So it is what it is. The Bills are going to try to make this narrative, or we're not going to get calls. Well, what about when they went to your place last year? What was there no calls then? Okay.
What's been going on the last like 5 years? Every time y'all run into them in the playoffs, yeah. You know what? You know what's crazy? Like I said, I have not been the biggest Chiefs fan this year, but I will say this: it's kind of crazy that a rule was created because of the Bills and them not getting the ball whenever when the Chiefs had that when they scored with like 13 seconds left. It's kind of crazy that the NFL made that rule because of that game, and the Bills still have not won because of that.
Well, I mean, that's just a clear indication that they want Josh Allen to be the face of the NFL, and until he beats Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He could beat Joe Burrow, he could beat Lamar, he just can't beat Patrick. And for another year, I think this is the 3rd time they played in the AFC Championship game. This is the result. So,
second time.
I mean, I feel like second time. Okay, I feel like eventually Buffalo is going to break through. I don't think it has to be a head coaching change. It may have to be an offensive coordinator change, but we'll just have to see it. I believe it when I see it, just like I believe it with the Ravens when I see it.
That's fair. That's fair. Going back to the AFC Conference Championship game, honestly, I really feel bad for James Cook because he was balling. Like, he was balling. If you look at when you watch this game, the one player that they could not stop was definitely James Cook. And when they really needed it, for whatever reason, they didn't go to him. I don't think they targeted him at all that last drive of the game.
Well, you're in a situation to where you're going against the clock and you have to score. So when you're in situations like that, you really can't run the ball not unless you just so confident you're going to get the first down or you're going to be able to move the ball.
Right.
We don't have time for a 2nd and 14 because we decided to run the ball and we couldn't move it. So it kind of makes you one-dimensional and it forces you to have to pass.
Yeah, I just, and congratulations to the Chiefs, man. Look. Like I said, I'm not I ain't been the biggest Chiefs fan this year, but you kind of got to appreciate what they've done the last 3 years. No matter how they've done it, you kind of got to appreciate what they've done the last 3 years. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I mean, they've done it. I mean, this is like the most old school, rugged way. I mean, they pretty much was not healthy the whole year.
Yeah.
And they still find a way to win ball games. So, shout out to them. I'm going Chiefs. So let's get one more and let's be like Shaq and Kobe, baby.
Yes, sir. And look, man, if you're a fan of the Bills and you're a fan of the Ravens, and even me as a Steelers fan, look back on the last, 25 years, whenever, Brady went on his run. Think about all the times Peyton Manning got there. You know what I'm saying? Was in the playoffs. Couldn't get past Tom Brady and the Patriots. Think about hell when Drew Brees was in the AFC. Couldn't get past the Patriots. At some point, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and hell, maybe even Joe Burrow, they're going to get there. It's just right now is just the Chiefs. They on their run. It's just the Chiefs
People
time.
people keep bringing up how in the world did Joe Burrow and beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game? The referees, a lot of no calls, blatant pass interference calls that you didn't call. That's how.
Yeah, and that's like I said, I'm still on this. Like the Joe Burrow, the NFL is really wanting. They're pushing for Joe Burrow to be one of the faces of the league too, and I'm really kind of tired of that shit. I'm old. I like, and I don't know if it's because it's the Bengals and they're the same conference as us, but it's like Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow that, and it's bro. Y'all keep giving this team credit for the one Super Bowl that they made, and they didn't fucking win. Let it go. Just let it go. Look at what the fuck y'all said about. Look how the fuck y'all treated Jalen. Look how the fuck y'all treated Jalen and the Eagles, and they managed to make it back. So
Even with the fumble, I think it was ended up being the scoop and score in that game, if I'm not mistaken. That game came down to a textbook pass interference call. Like it was blatant. It was wide open in the middle of the fucking field. You impeded his process. Chiefs go on to win the game. I mean, Jalen played a hell of a game in that Super Bowl. Yep. A hell of a game. Rather it was running, passing, the tush push, whatever they needed, he was doing it. Just the blatant pass interference call cost him the game, and I just feel like now the pressure isn't more so on Jalen to, you know what I'm saying, play like MVP. Like he just has to go in and make the right passes at the right time, and they can very well win this game. If the Chiefs can't stop this running game, it's over. Okay, it's over. And if the Eagles front seven comes out to play, it's really over. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much fucking Georgia Bulldogs front seven right there.
Well, shit, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. So, next Sunday, we have Super Bowl, what is this, 59?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, next Sunday, we have Super Bowl 59. It is the rematch of the Chiefs and the Eagles from the Super Bowl 2023. Gonna read off some quick stat rankings real quick. Offensively, total offense, Chiefs are 17th, Eagles are 5th. Pass offense, Chiefs are 14th, Eagles are 29th. Rushing offense, Chiefs are 22nd, Eagles are 2nd. Points per game, Chiefs are 15th, Eagles are tied for 7th. Third down percentage, Chiefs are 2nd, Eagles are 10th. Sacks allowed, Chiefs are 16th, Eagles are 13th. Total turnovers, Chiefs are 28th, Eagles are 27th. On the defensive side of the ball, Chiefs are 8th in total defense, Eagles are 1st. Chiefs are 18th in pass defense, Eagles are 1st. Chiefs are 8th in rush defense, Eagles are 10th. Chiefs are 4th allowed, and the Chiefs are 4th in points allowed, Eagles are 2nd. Chiefs are 26 on third down percentage, Eagles are 3rd. Chiefs are 14th in total takeaways, Eagles are 6th. Chiefs are 19th in sacks, Eagles are 15th. And in the red zone, the Chiefs are 8th and the Eagles are 6th. Ryan, go ahead and break down the Super Bowl. What do the Chiefs need to do to get it done? And what do the Eagles need to do to get it done?
Well, basically, for the Chiefs to win, they have to make the Eagles one-dimensional, and that's stopping the run and forcing them to pass. Basically, what they've been doing all year, they get out early, they force offenses in a situation to where they have to pass, and then once they know that, they're pretty much sending the blitz off wherever Chris Jones is getting double teamed. So wherever he's getting double teamed at, that's where they send the blitz. So if the Chiefs can do that, they can make them play their style of game, and then they figure out how to win in the end. On the flip side, for the Eagles, all they really got to do is keep a pass rush on Patrick Mahomes, make it difficult for him, make it hard for him to find his receivers, and, I mean, it's pretty much a done deal. And on the offensive side of the ball, obviously run the ball, and then in play-action situations, he has to find A.J. Brown, Devontae, and Goddard downfield to keep ahead of schedule, and they could very well win this game. Now, my prediction is I don't really – it can go two ways, really. It can go a defensive struggle where it might be like 13-10, or it can be like, okay, they really were not prepared for this. And it's like 32-29 Chiefs or something like that. You know, it might be some surprising shit. I do expect us to see some things from both teams that we have not seen all season, just simply because it's the Super Bowl and you want to be, you know, want to stay true to yourself in terms of how they run the offenses, but also you want to catch the defense in surprise and show them some looks they haven't seen before.
So for the Chiefs, I think you have to figure out a way to stop Saquon early, which not a lot of teams have been able to do that. You know, you have to figure out a way to neutralize the pass, neutralize the running game, and neutralize it early. Put Jalen in a lot of situations to where he has to pass, to where he's being, you know, to where you're forcing him to pass. Make his ass very uncomfortable in the backfield. Then again, Jalen's a scrambler. You know what I mean? But he's not. Don't let him get outside that pocket. Once Jalen gets to scramble, once you start rushing Jalen, you better QB spot somebody. Don't let him get outside the pocket because he can make something happen with his legs. Mm-hmm. With the Chiefs, I think with the Chiefs, with the Eagles, you got to figure out some way to keep Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. Don't let him get outside the pocket because that's what he's best at. When Patrick Mahomes gets outside that pocket, and when he's improvising, that's when it gets very difficult. It gets very difficult to stop him. They don't really have the greatest running game. I mean, it was on display. It was on display last week, and that's simply because the Buffalo Bills didn't really have the greatest run defense. But if you're the Eagles, just do your best to try to keep Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. Try to keep him in the pocket. Try to keep him contained. So now we're gonna make our final predictions. Ryan, who do you have winning the Super Bowl, and what do you think the final score is gonna be?
I'm going Chiefs, and it's probably gonna be, I don't know, 15, 20, 10, 13. I don't really expect this to be a high-scoring game. I don't. So probably. Shit, it could be 6-3, bro. It could. If they can stop the run, it could be that. But no, realistically, I'll go 28-25.
So I'm rooting for the Eagles. I'm rooting for the Eagles because of Jalen. Like I just want to see Jalen get one, bro. I want to see him get one just from all the slander and bullshit he's had to take since the last like 2 years. But I want to see him get one. But the Chiefs are gonna win. Look, y'all. Whether we like it or not, this three-peat is happening. That you can say what you want. The rest are cheating for the cheese, like the NFL one. Whether we like it or not, a three-peat is happening. So at this point, there's nothing you can do. Just prepare yourself and quit hating and just appreciate what the fuck is going on, whether you want to or not. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, and I think it's going to be another high-scoring game. I do think it's going to be another high-scoring game. I'm going to go kind of similar to what I picked the last time that these two teams played in the Super Bowl. I'm going to go 36-30. That's what I'm going to do, 36-30. I do now. What really kind of is making me, I'm not confident in that score because I think this Eagles team is much better than the Eagles team that played the Chiefs like 2 years ago. Especially the defense.
The defense was better, if you ask me, and the offense was better passing wise. But they did get a lot better running wise. See, they was more like running back committee with Swift and forgot homie's name, Sanders, and with Jalen's running ability. It was kind of like running back committee. Now it's pretty much Saquon and Jalen, a little bit of Gainwell. That's about it.
Well, and I also feel like, me personally, I feel like the Eagles have a lot of they got a lot of guys on defense that they can throw at all the weapons that the Chiefs have on offense. And I feel like the Eagles are one of the only teams that match up well on defense with it because they got Quinyon Mitchell, Darius Slade, the Cooper DeJean. He's actually played pretty well in the slot. They got Their front seven is pretty much all of Georgia. So I don't. So I really don't. I do think the Chiefs defense can not. I do think the Eagles defense matches up really well with the Chiefs. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this.
I don't. First of all, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know. I feel like Chiefs might bait Jalen to making certain throws. Same thing Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick didn't throw interception. I mean, knock on wood. The last time they played, but I mean, if they're gonna score, that means Worthy is getting open, D Hop's getting open, Kelsey's getting open, Juju's getting open, Hollywood's getting open. So it's gonna be one hell of a nigga. What? Mavericks trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers is part of a what? Anthony Davis to the Mavs.
Oh my God! Oh my God! God damn!
You sent my nigga to the fuck. Why?
Wow! Hey, that motherfucker ain't injured. They was just wait. They was wow, bro.
Nigga, no, nigga, we're better with Luka and AD. Now it's like, okay, we got two niggas who need the ball.
Wow, that's wild.
AD is hurt. How do you trade somebody that's hurt? Okay. Oh wow.
Well, they traded AD. They trade AD is hurt, so they pretty much traded him for another motherfucker that's hurt. That's crazy. That's wow. Wow. You look so confused.
Yeah, because this is like AD's. Well, some would say second, really his third year playing really good fucking back. The nigga's last game, he just dropped 43. He had 43, 23, and 7. Okay. All right. Damn.
Well, okay. You know what? Before we talk about anything else, Ryan, how do you feel about this trade? Breaking news. This is the first time this ever happened on the podcast. How do you feel about the Lakers and the Mavericks trade? It's pretty much an even swap. But, I want you to express your feelings and how you're feeling about this trade.
I mean, damn it, Jeannie, when I say you need to do something, I didn't mean this. but I mean, like, bro, we easily could have got another 3 or 4 years out of AD playing at a high level. I'm hurt because, I mean, AD was really my favorite Laker. Like, I love LeBron and stuff, but that was my nigga. I'm hurt. I mean, I don't really think we got better. We'll see, does this attract other players wanting to come to LA because Luka's passing ability? But they didn't. Who's protecting the paint? I get we just beat the Knicks, but it's the Knicks. like come the fuck on. But okay. I mean, oh, what?
When you checked, I really thought you was bullshitting. I thought you was just saying that just to be saying like this shit just came like, yo.
Because I read Mavericks trading Luka to the Lake sends Anthony Davis to the. But we couldn't have got Chris Paul back in 2011. They didn't want to see because Kobe was gonna get. If we had Chris Paul, we was gonna get 6. He was gonna get that 6th one. We would have got the Lakers Heat finals that everybody wanted so bad. I wanted that so badly. But okay. We'll see if this attracts any other players in the offseason. I mean, LeBron and Luka, they don't necessarily need the ball to be dominant, but LeBron doesn't. Luka needs the ball to be dominant. If he's not scoring or assisting, he's really not doing shit. So we just got worse defensively. We already wasn't the best. And then now we have no paint protection, no rim protection at all. I mean, we do got some bigs, but Haynes fouls out too quickly. The other nigga, he seems to be more stable defensively, but he don't really, outside of lobs and layups and dunks, he's not really doing shit defensively. Damn, bro, this kind of just fucked up my evening.
Well, you know what? Let's before we get out of here, let's try to talk about a little something to get your mind off of it for a second. So you know what? Since it's Super Bowl week, and you know next weekend is Super Bowl weekend, here's what I want. Here's what I want to do. Ron, I want you to give me your three favorite Super Bowls that you've ever watched, and the ones that you pick, I can't pick. So I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
I want you to pick 3 Super Bowls that you have seen that are your top, that are in your top 3, and the ones, like I said, the 3 that you pick, I can't pick.
Okay, the comeback, the best Super Bowl comeback of all time, in my opinion, is still Falcons Patriots. 28-3 came all the way back, winning the first ever overtime game, Super Bowl history. The second one, no recency bias, but the second ever overtime game in Super Bowl history. It literally came down to the last fucking. They played 5 quarters of football last year in the Super Bowl just to determine who's going to win that. It came down to the last fucking play, and the Chiefs got it done. And the third one. I mean, little hometown bias. Got to be Rams, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it had been 10 more seconds, Rams would have won that motherfucker. But you know, hey. What about you?
So for me, I'm gonna go. This one was really exciting, and I think a lot of people forget about this one. That the Patriots and Eagles Super Bowl back in 2017, really high scoring. I think Tom had like 500 passing yards that game. And
yeah, he broke the record.
Yeah, that was a very exciting Super Bowl. The Patriots and Panthers, because that was a weird Super Bowl. It was like they couldn't score in the first quarter. Each team had like 14 points in the second quarter. They couldn't really score in the third quarter, and then they put up
that fourth.
Yeah, it was just. And then the last one.
I think I know what you're gonna pick, but I'm not gonna say it.
I'm actually going. No. I'm actually gonna fuck you up with this one, and I can't believe I'm saying this. That Ravens and 49ers Super Bowl.
Man, nigga, it's like the 49 like that needed that extra break.
Yeah.
Beyonce fucked New Orleans up that night.
Yeah, I definitely. She literally brought the house down. She literally shut that motherfucker down. She literally shut it down.
This nigga picked the Ravens Super Bowl. That's crazy.
Well, because it was just like, damn, the Ravens had jumped out to the lead and like it was over. Like it was over. Then the lights got cut off and it was just like, that is what the fuck happened?
They came out flat and the 49ers had something to say.
The only reason I didn't pick the Steelers Super Bowl is because I'm a Steelers fan and I didn't want to be biased in that pick.
That was, to me, well, Ben only won 2, but that was Ben's, like, that's what that to me, that's what's like, okay, Ben can be the guy on an NFL team. Like, he can carry a franchise. That's what let me know, because that first one, fuck no. That first one, hell no. But that one against Green Bay, they've been partying the whole fucking week. That's why.
You know what? I got to go back to this Lakers shit. As much as you may hate this trade, this actually may make the Lakers exciting to watch again. Because if I'm being quite honest, they have not been the main attraction the last like 2-3 years.
I mean, nigga, this is the first time we're like 9 games above 500, probably since we won the title.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about a couple years ago when we made the third round. We just didn't have enough horses to compete with Denver that particular year. We can talk about that, but they still had to go win a play in. Then they had to go play a young Memphis team. Then they had to go play. Who the fuck did we play in the second round? The Warriors. That was very rewarding. Beating the Warriors in the playoffs, very rewarding. Loved every second of that shit. And then we just couldn't compete with Denver. But I mean, you might be right, but damn, bro, like Kyrie and AD is gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
they gonna fuck some shit up.
Probably gonna see him in the playoffs too. Probably gonna see him in the playoffs.
Damn, bro, like. Okay, Mavs getting Anthony Davis, Max Christie, Lakers get, and Lakers 2029. So we have no first round picks for the rest of this decade.
Because you know what it is, they trying to win.
All gone.
They're trying to win now. They trying to get They want to win now because of LeBron. They know LeBron don't have much time left, so they're trying to win right now.
I'll give Pelinka this when he made the D'Angelo trade. The year we made the third round, it created some splash. When we made the trade again with Brooklyn, it gave us a spark. That's when we started winning. I think we won like 5-6 in a row before we lost that last game. And then we beat the Knicks without Anthony Davis. And then we trade Anthony Davis to the Mavs. Maybe Anthony Davis is tired of being in LA. But I gotta do some research now.
I don't think it was necessarily Anthony Davis tired of being in LA. I think the Lakers pretty much had to make a decision. It was like, they found the perfect opportunity. Not to mention, this also said, I mean, y'all don't have no first round picks, but now you got some. Now when LeBron retires, you got somebody to build off of.
If the nigga stays.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, but then they just no, they just paid Luka.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. A very lucrative contract.
So we'll see if this attracts any free agents to LA. We'll see. That's my thinking. Okay, maybe we can get some free agents, and then maybe it could be like where we really don't even use LeBron to the playoffs. I don't know. I am
bamboozled,
wow.
Shocked.
Yeah, flabbergasted, confused, really confused.
Maybe now I'll start watching basketball again.
I mean, I've been watching some recently. Like I caught the Houston and Rockets game, a piece of that, when I went to grab some lunch on my break. But what the fuck what is going on, bro? Okay, all right. If we get a ring out of it, I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Lake Show, baby.
Well, on that note, man, as always, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. This has been this. I think this is the first time some shit like this has ever broken on an episode.
A trade of this magnitude, yes.
Yeah. But as always, man, we thank y'all for tuning in. Please make sure you go like, share, subscribe. Please make sure, when you watch this episode, you do watch the Super Bowl. Please make sure y'all, drive safe. Don't get out here drinking. Don't fuck up your opportunity to watch the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl. And also, really looking forward to this Kendrick Lamar halftime performance for all y'all that's still talking about that shit. But as I've mentioned before, please make sure you go like, share, subscribe. Comment. We take constructive criticism very well. Unless you own some other shit, then we got to be on some other shit. But anyway, man, Ron, I love you, brother. Until next week, looking forward to a really good Super Bowl.
Yes, sirski.
We out.
Late show.